What's up guys, Reek here, and we are back in another tutorial. Going off of our last video with steam production, there was another way that I found that I forgot was the steam boiler, which we're going to use in today's project. And this is part 2 of the oil process that we need to use in Sevtech to make plastics. So let's go ahead and get into that, shall we? Okay, so what we need, if we look in the book, is the boiler. And it says the boiler is a multi-tank, multi-block structure that uses diesel and water to produce steam. And like in the last one, we used sunlight and water. This time we're going to be using diesel off of the last part of the oil process, and water. So we're just going to tap into this and tap into that to make steam, because this will make steam a lot more efficiently. So let's go ahead and we'll just put that down. So we need steel scaffolding along the sides, fluid pipe in the middle, redstone, energy block on the end, 2 heavy engineering blocks, and a ton of iron sheet metal blocks along the sides here. Do the same thing. This is definitely, yes, a lot of iron, but in the long run it's a lot cheaper than to make these things. And we're done. And it's on the, what's looking here, I can't remember, on the central sheet metal iron block. So that's right there. Alright, there we go. So let's go ahead and get rid of that. This does not take power. So we have the fuel input over here, water over here. So then we'll just connect the diesel line. Come on. I'm hoping this is smart enough to actually just input the diesel in the right spot. Ah, and it is. Sweet. And the water here. And look, we're already producing steam. But it's just ripping through our water like crazy. So we're gonna have to come up with a way to better input water into our system to keep this pumping out quicker. But yeah, that was another way to make steam, and steam will come out the top here. So if we look for H3, now that we got steam, we have to get into modular machinery. This is chemical mixer, which where we take the steam and the naphtha to create propane, which we'll use another modular machinery machine to make liquid plastic. So we can use another modular machinery to make the plastic sheets. Or it's here somewhere. I saw it already. The liquid plastic. Liquid. Let's do this. Molten plastic. And a plastic mixer from Pneumatic Craft. So this, even though it's from modular machinery, it goes for industrial foregoings, plastic sheets, or pneumatic craft. So give me a sec, I will set up the machines and we'll be right back. Alright guys, so I got all the parts out that we need. Okay, so for these we need a chemical mixer, the liquid processor, and the plastic molder. So if we click on the blueprints, it actually shows us the machines we need, and down here it tells us exactly what we need to build them. These ones are a little bit trickier to build because it's not like, yeah, you can place them anywhere. They're actually in a specific place, like for an input and output. This is also a top-down view, which is nice. So, just gonna go them all side by side. So we just need a, oops, where's the energy? Tiny energy input. So we need machine casings in a 3x3 with a tiny energy input there. Just the controller there, add there. Small, well, any kind of fluid output there. Fluid input here, fluid input there, which will pipe the steam into this one, and then we'll run a pipe from the molten naphtha into this one, and then we can pipe out from this straight into the machines. So basically we're going to set them all like right next to each other. Come on, get up there. And then once we know they're assembled, they turn black. Or grayish, I guess. And then we just gotta put the blueprint in there. Tells us what structure is found, what blueprint we need, and then once it has the right chemicals in there, it will start running a process. Okay, so the next one is we need the liquid processor. So we look top down, it's basically the same shape but without the block in the middle. Input, fluid input on the right, fluid output on the left, and the controller in the middle. Let's see, I'm gonna go ahead and put a little space in between so that we can put a tank in the middle so we can have a little bit of a like buffer in between. That's not a control. There's that one, which is the liquid processor. And finally the plastic molder. If we look top down, it's all solid with the energy in the back, tiny fluid on the right, controller in the front middle, and an item output on the left. So do the same thing. So 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, energy, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, controller, do item, fluid in, but this one is completely solid. And there we go. There's our 3 machines. So next, all we gotta do is connect them up to our power sources right up here, which is our steam generator. And we'll be good to go. Alright, let me hook those up, hook up the tanks in between, and run the pipes, and we'll be right back. Alright guys, and we're back. Okay, so I got everything piped up from the top of here, so it's coming over and being piped in. So we got steam. I also connected from underneath the steam from these. It's also connected to our generator. From the molten naphtha, I got a hopper underneath that's coming over and up. That's being pumped in through the front here. So once we connect power, this will start going. Let's go ahead and connect these wires. I hate these things because you get shocked all the time and killed. There we go. So as this progresses, okay, as we see, there's nothing in there. Okay, so now it's making molten propane. Molten propane is being processed. Okay, now it's done. It's being turned into liquid plastic, which is being piped in. And boom, 4 plastic sheets. So that is how we have it set up for Sevtech. How to turn oil into diesel, and then diesel split into oil into naphtha and diesel, then diesel into kerosene, gasoline, and lubricant, which we went over the uses for those in the last video, and then turning water and sunlight into steam, and then in this video water and diesel into steam, and then how to use the naphtha from the oil process and steam into plastic. So let's go ahead and take one more look. We don't think naphtha doesn't have any other uses, steam doesn't have any other uses, propane doesn't have any other uses, and plastic has these 2 uses. So alright guys, that's a full rundown of how to use, how to fully process oil with immersive tech and immersive engineering, immersive petroleum, and now also adding in modular machinery in Sevtech Ages. Thank you for watching, and don't forget, keep it real.